Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and I'm just sitting here in my robe drinking my morning coffee looking sexy as hell as usual. And for those of you who say I don't look sexy as hell when I do these videos in my robe, nobody cares what you think. I didn't ask you shit. Now, I put a status up last night on the Facebook fan page after the Monday Q&As were done, and I did it as a bit of shock value. And just to see if people kind of understood where I was coming from. And I jokingly said that I'm going to raise my advanced standards to anyone who can't squat at least 600 pounds and deadlift 700 pounds is not an advanced lifter. And accordingly, they should probably stick to a more basic program that focuses heavily on the basics, whatever the basics are for them, whether they're powerlifter, bodybuilder, strongman, whatever, with accessory work as needed and basic periodization and progression models. And a lot of people responded negatively. Oh, you're being unfair, you're being arbitrary. And it goes back to the point, and the big problem we have here is that people wear their status on some chart as a badge of honor instead of as a real assessment of where they are. And everyone wants to be more advanced than they are, when the truth is being an advanced lifter sucks ass. Once you become an advanced lifter, you are fucked. When you are an advanced lifter, unless you're continually adding drugs or increasing drugs in your stack, and particularly if you're natural, you're going to gain a pound or two of muscle a year. You're going to put 5 pounds on your bench press per year. Maybe, if you're really lucky, 10 pounds on your squat per year. Why in the hell would you want to be an advanced lifter? And advanced training programs make these assumptions that you have to work for 6 months to add 5 pounds to a lift, and they rotate through stuff in a manner that is built for that, and to build up all these weak points and things so that you can add 5 pounds to a lift, so that you can maybe in that 6 months gain 6 or 8 ounces of muscle. So when people start talking about wanting to use advanced programs or advanced methods, I generally don't recommend it. The vast majority of you are not super ultra elite lifters. You are not ultra advanced elite bodybuilders. You have no business using these programs that are designed to help you push past plateaus so that you can gain 5 pounds on your bench press over the next 6 months. No, you need to be gaining 20 pounds on your bench press in the next 6 months. You need to be putting 5 pounds of muscle mass on in 6 months, not running some silly ass advanced program. And the truth is, many ultra advanced lifters still train like intermediate. Some of the world record holders use the most simplistic methods. Some of the best bodybuilders out there in the world historically, who were the best in the world, used very simplistic methods still because it works. And in my opinion, and in my experience, that telling someone that they are less advanced than they actually are, and putting them on a program that is maybe slightly behind where they are, oftentimes gives them better progress than if you misjudge it in the other direction. Actually, will always give you better progress than if you misjudge it in the other direction. But it's the safer gamble, and oftentimes people can continue to make really good progress running things like basic linear progression or block periodization. There are people out there who really do push and hit those sort of numbers I'm talking about before they go to advanced programs, and it's because they continue to use these basic programs to push themselves hard instead of these advanced methods that rotate through and try to get around all of these issues with accommodation and the law of accommodation, your body adapting to stuff really easily when you're advanced and not really improving. And the reality is, most of these methods only worked ever for a small minority of people. And most people, 99% of lifters, are better off if they never ever classify themselves as advanced, no matter what number some chart says they're at. They will always make better progress if they stick to more simplistic methods. And there's a reason I have my novice program set to where I have people actually hitting pretty much advanced numbers almost at the end of it, especially for people who are under 200 pounds or under 90 kilos. And that's because I know that straight linear progression will actually carry people that far, even though people talk about dropping it for the intermediate levels. The truth is, you can get advanced faster using linear progression for the majority of people. The majority of there's a minority who won't, but the majority of people will. And you probably don't even need to go to block periodization of any type until you're already advanced. which things that we normally reserve for intermediate lifters. In my experience, the majority of advanced lifters make better progress on intermediate type programs. So I hold people back, and I'm not doing it to insult them, and I'm not doing it to say they aren't advanced. I'm saying that some of the best lifters in the world still use intermediate methods. They don't ever have to go to advanced programs, and accordingly they continue to make progress year after year. In short, people run programs that are too complex for their needs, and if they just kept it more simple and more basic, they would make better progress month after month, year after year. And that's the reason I do that. That's the reason I have these arbitrary and unusual standards, is because I want to see people actually make progress. I want to see them get the most out of their work. Alright guys, so that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it has been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.